Hello, everybody, and welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Tonight we're going to have episode 109 of The Coin Vault Has Opened. So, welcome back, everybody. Yep, lo and behold, I took a night off yesterday for the first time in a while. No bonus stream last night, but I am back. I scheduled it early to make sure that I knew that I had to come back. But yeah, yesterday was a long day. Like I said, it was going to be on Sunday. So anyway, yeah, I took a day off. Please don't hate me. But we are back. And as you guys know, my regularly scheduled streams are on Wednesday and Saturday nights at 9 p.m. And then any time that I'm able to do a bonus stream for you guys, I try to do one because I enjoy it. This is fun for me. But I was wiped yesterday. I would not have been a fun host. I would have been a very sad host. So, hello, how's everybody doing? I've got a couple rolls here for us to look at tonight. For those of you who haven't watched the show before, we go through coins from my coin roll hunting days, and sometimes we find some nice stuff. Sometimes we have some rolls that aren't so great. More often than not, though, they're pretty good, and we find some errors. We also do see some like damaged and clean coins. There's nothing I can really do about it unless we go through the coins before the show starts, and that's no fun for me and probably not for you guys. It's fun to find stuff and not know what it's going to be. But hope everyone's doing well. Hello, hello, hello. So the first one here, I had taken one to take a photo of. It looked like it was a lamination error. So we'll zoom in here. And when I do find coins that are either an error or kind of better looking, I generally flip them up and write down what they are so I know what they are in the future. Makes it in the future I'm going to have this collection a little more organized. So here you guys can see the lamination error. Just kind of cracks up the coin here. I believe that's all it goes. Look, we can take a look at his eye here, and there's no mint mark on the coin. But I almost thought I kind of saw like a little hump when we were zoomed out there, but you know, this is pretty smoothed out. So I think if there was something there, it'd be kind of hard to see. But this one can be flipped up and be a lamination error. Maybe in the future we'll go through and look at like hundreds of lamination errors, so you guys can see the vast array of what they can look like. Alright, got another one here. And so this one, I'm guessing the reason that I kind of pulled it out of circulation, the eye on the coin is pretty weak here. It might not be an error. Sometimes when you see something like this, if you flip it over, there's a reason. Sometimes there's like a cud or like just something higher on one side. And sometimes things like that cause a coin to get kind of misstruck. We can kind of zoom in at the eye, then we'll look at the eye in Liberty, and we'll see if perhaps it's damaged there, or if there's an explainable reason why the eye is almost absent there. And I don't see any real direct damage. And I can't tell you quite why the eye looks like that. It might just be a very, very weak strike. But it's interesting you get such nice bold L and a B. Yet the eye is like that. Perhaps it was struck through grease or something like that. It's kind of interesting. So I'm not sure what is going on with that one. But we will skip to the next coin. I'm just going to zoom in. Yeah, that's what I thought. So this one has a Liberty error. You know, it doesn't look exactly like an eye, but it's, you know, the buildup of metal between the B and the E. These seem to sell for a couple dollars. So this one here will get a flip. And let's check out Lincoln's eye. Don't see anything there. And so let's zoom back out, because I don't think we got to see this one. Let me climb a little closer here too and move the... It's interesting, there's like a little die chip on the coat here as well. I didn't notice that before, so this one's got like a chip, and it's got a little die chip on the reverse here as well. I'm guessing whatever this stuff is here, that it's probably kind of pasty and sticky. And then we can take a closer look, make it sure it's not like just a grease spot. I don't know, does that look to anyone like that is a copper surface there? I don't want to touch it. Alright, well we don't need to worry about it anyway, because you know, this one does have a Libradier. It's got chips on the front, chips on the back. It's going to go in a flip, and in the future it can be looked at for more, but this one's not slipping through the cracks today. Let's see. One was a buyer and had chips. That'll do. So just it's like a filled B, and then the T on this one is pretty weak. Seems to have I seem to have picked up a lot of coins here in this roll so far that has, you know, just kind of some weak lettering. Good strike on the O and 1. Not perfect. I don't know, the date almost like the 7 there looks pretty thick. I don't know what everybody else sees on it. Let's just go ahead here and take a little bit closer look at some of this lettering. Take a closer look at Lincoln's Eye. And let's take a look at the date and the mint mark. Oh no, the mint mark or the date looks kind of flattened there. I'm not really seeing anything on the mint mark. Now this one is either damaged or a lamination error. I believe it is a lamination error. Let's take a look at the reverse. Yeah, I believe if that was, you know, struck onto the coin, if that was damaged, struck, we would see the coin pushed out on the reverse here. You know, what goes in has to come out. We can zoom in it as well, and we'll probably see, you know, a more kind of like cracked look. You know, this could have been a lamination peel where that whole long piece that you saw all just kind of like peeled upwards. See what it looks like on the date. You know, you can see the date is pretty much continuous throughout it. So a pretty cool looking lamination error, just goes straight through. Like this coin should have never been, you know, made on this planchet. It was not a very good candidate for making a nice coin. I feel like on the show here we've seen like 3 or 4 other lamination errors that were, you know, very similar in appearance to this one. But still, like, you know, it's what we're on episode 109 tonight. So out of all the thousands of bags that I went through, of like 5,000 count ones, I wasn't finding a ton. It'll be interesting to like kind of tally everything up. This almost looks like it has some like rolling machine damage on it, just very nice curves. Or maybe this was an under. You know, right off the bat we can see it has a buy error. And we'll see if we can spot anything else on here. It's a 55D. How's all my quiet friends out there? Everybody sleepy? Anybody missed the show last night? I can't even remember when last time I didn't stream a show was. It seems like we've been on a roll for like over a month of bonus streams, but I needed a night off, and I missed being here, but at the same time, like I was done. I'm much happier today now that I got like a full night of sleep. Excuse me. I'm feeling good. Alright, so I think that'll be the second buy error for the night. Maybe that was even the third. I think we have 2 buy errors and 2 rams. So maybe we can get a couple more RPMs here. Hello, Blue Sandy. How are you doing tonight? Sorry to not show up last night for an extra bonus stream, but that's why I call them bonus streams. So if I'm having a long day and I'm able to, that's why I don't schedule myself every night, so that if I actually need a day off, I don't feel like, but I still felt like I was letting people down. How's your night? How are you doing? And what did you do for the night? How was your day? What are you up to today? I actually got to, like, before the stream started, or before I would have streamed, because another library error. I actually went and watched someone else's channel for like 45 minutes just because I was like so tired. Yeah, I got some early bedtime too. I caught a little bit of E Pluribus Unum's show. He was doing, it looked like going through $50 and had a couple giveaways. Saw a bunch of people I knew there, so that was kind of cool. Just tired. Yeah, I did some, I don't know, I feel like today was like really busy too. And I was able to make a few videos here before the stream, but like I think I did like 4 videos today and 4 videos yesterday. Normally I'm doing like 10 to 20 a day. I just went and checked out their channel. I was watching who was it? Edwin Vasquez had said like, hey, I had a new video, come check out, like, because he was talking about you know, the Black Panther silver round that he had gotten and a bunch of other ones. You know, he had come and popped here on the show and said, hey, check out this video I did, or check out this coin, or you're gonna love this coin. And so he had messaged me saying, hey, the video's live, and so I went to check his out. And then you know how like YouTube just recommends another channel when a video ends, and so his popped on, and I've already seen his show before a couple times, but it was cool. It was cool to get to see his channel again. Here's another buy error. I'm wondering if this roll... Well, we're having good luck. I mean, from what I understand, from what I see, like these buy errors are worth a couple dollars at least. Almost looks like there's a number 1 in the wheat ear over here. There's definitely a die chip down here, and I'm assuming the thing that looks like a 1 is a die chip as well. Yeah, it's a die chip. But I noticed that like pretty much whenever I have the Liberty Air, I almost always have die chips on the reverse. But yeah, it's amazing how one night of getting to bed early, how much better I feel. Like I hadn't even noticed, like I just, like today I wasn't drinking coffee, like I have water in my cup instead of just, it was like literally like the past few weeks I think I had been just living off of coffee. It's fun and I love coffee. But it's good to be able to live without it, at least after the first 7 or 8 cups. Right, so that was a Liberty error. So we shall flip that one up. I think you were saying, Blue Sandy, like about like how soft the videos were. Do the videos sound better at all? Because it's weird. Like I'll watch on one of my computers, it'll seem like things are really soft, and then I've been like trying to kind of sound check the ones here, and I'll listen to them on the computer that I film on, and they sound fine. And then I listen to it another computer after it's been put online, and it seems like some of the time the ones that are online then get softer, and I don't know why that is. The fires here, I believe, are really bad down south. Last night it was like really smoky. Like I went towards a window and the smoke was just kind of coming in the window, and I had to just shut it. I like to sleep with a window open, at least one. But it was really smoky. And it's weird too, it doesn't smell like forest fire or campfire. It just smells like burning paper. It smells like burning trash. Like not really plasticky, just like, someone's like starting a fire out of recyclables. It's kind of nasty. Hey Bigfoot Hide and Seeker, welcome. How are you tonight? Hopefully you are doing well. We're finding a bunch of Liberty errors and lamination errors in this roll, so it appears to be more of an error roll so far. Let's see if we got anything else on this. So obvious damage. This is the second one in the roll that looked like it had no eye. The first one had an eye, but it was like just a super thin sliver with no damage. This obviously has damage galore. You have your volume set at... Yes, that's the weird thing. It's like when I did a test on it, it was at like 12. But 59, that is really, really high. And I know I try not to talk with just a giant booming voice that's going to scare someone's pet. So this one looks like it's pretty scooped here on the L. I mean, maybe something came and took that out. I'm not sure. Yeah, we were just talking about sound, Bigfoot. How is the sound on your computer? Is it, do I have to talk like super, or am I super soft on your computer, or do you have to turn me way up compared to other channels? So I don't know about this one. There's obviously damage on the coin, which makes me want to think that it was just kind of knocked off there, but I don't really see it. We'll keep moving on. Alright, so here we have another Liberty error. And I'm going to guess we're going to find a die chip on a wheat ear on the reverse. No, I'm wrong. It seems like about half of the ones that have a Liberty error. It works for you. It's so interesting because I have sampled on a couple different computers, and sometimes I sound totally quiet. I was almost like I had gotten, I think I have a Blue Yeti microphone, and in the beginning I was using just the Logitech microphone that comes with the camera. And I thought, well, if I'm going to be doing this all the time, I might as well buy a better one. And so sometimes the sound sounds awesome, and sometimes I just sound like I don't know, it doesn't sound very clear. And one thing that I know, like my YouTube, let me just see, I'm curious, like what my YouTube, I guess I probably have to like start a video, huh? Here, I'll start myself. Oh, is that like a feedback loop? I just wanted to see what, okay, yeah, so I keep my volume all the way up. And funny, that actually looked totally different. I leave my volume all the way up on my YouTube channel, but on my desktop, I keep it at like 10 to 12. But I guess if I had my desktop sound maxed all the way up, then maybe I would have to, if my desktop was all the way up, then I probably wouldn't have to turn up YouTube at all. Interesting. I don't know, maybe it's worth checking on several different devices though. Oh, interesting. Was that still? I'm like, wow, I had all these other windows and videos open and running on my computer. Hopefully I wasn't bombarding you guys with like hilarious sounding stuff. We got some funny eyes in this one. So maybe we got a lamination going through his head. It looks like we have kind of like a poor man double die thing going on with this one here. Just a very late stage kind of deteriorated die from what I can see here. You know, Spiked Head Die Crack said like, hey, check these for, you know, check these for 002 DDOs. Like, so we might as well when things are looking kind of funny, but this thing seems pretty gone. Yes, I believe that is a lamination error though, running, yeah, that's a lamination error. So it kind of like splits off. So let's see if we can find his eye. A little bit of toned, he's got toned eyes. Alright, so, oh wait, what was going? I just wanted to look at the eye in Liberty here, because it almost looked like a bee. You check out that eye. This is where all those other eyes went. This one got like 2 of them. Crazy town. So maybe we'll find some super rare air tonight. This roll seems pretty loaded. It's like lamb by, Lambie. What do we have now? 1914. It's interesting. It kind of looks like a lamination, and then it also like just kind of looks like maybe it's like a improper metal alloy. It just looks like the metal didn't mix very well there. Like there's 2 different parts just piled on top of each other. A little bit of damage on Lincoln's head. Not much going on. Some flatness on the reverse. Very smooth. Let's see what this looks like closer up. We can get closer than that. I mean, I want to call this a lamination error. Yeah, I'd say this is lamination error. It just keeps going and cracking all the way through the date. I just didn't know if it was more of like an improper metal alloy that was just, like, I feel like the 2 are kind of the same or related. So cool looking one. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of a woody too, but it's like almost like a woody that just things never got mixed. Like the grain, it's just it kind of looks like two separate pieces of metal. Be nice if that was like a 1914D. It looks like the mint mark on this one is partially filled. It's probably just a little mark in front of Lincoln's eye there, but we'll check out Lincoln's eye. It looks like the mint mark got filled in here, which is, you know, it's interesting. I feel like maybe I stopped collecting filled mint marks, but it's like I remembered finding thousands of them, and I have not found thousands of them going back through these, so it's been interesting for me. It's like a 58D, maybe kind of an improper planchet, or just a planchet flaw. Maybe a crack on Lincoln's head. Looks like a little die chip or something at the top of the wheat ear on the reverse here. I'm not sure what's going on that set on the C. Maybe just a mark. My microscope went up into itself. Let's fix this. So I'm not 100% sure. I believe that's like a lamination error there. I thought maybe it like flipped over itself. It almost looks like it moved and then got like smashed back down. But I think that there was something, or I wonder if it's that. So that kind of looks like a little person with a cape flowing from behind. Let's see what it looks like over here. Not sure. And let's take a look at the mint mark. Not seeing anything there. Not seeing anything on the eye. So there was like, oh yeah, on the forehead. Let's take a look at that. It's kind of like a big round die crack. Or maybe not a die crack, but skull crack. It's like someone kind of like he had an accident and a little lobotomy there. But it's like, one thing I don't like about that is how bright it is inside it. But it really doesn't feel like it's gouged around it. You stopped by Chuck's channel, but he wasn't on? Yeah, did, I haven't gotten any notifications from this week. I feel like didn't, he had a stream a a week ago, I think. I didn't get to make it to it live, and I didn't actually get to check to see. I feel like I saw something maybe for this last Sunday for Jessica's show. But yeah, I want to catch his show next time I see him live. It'd be fun. I want to see his new setup. I want to see what his new place looks like. If it just has the same feel, or if it if he like set everything up for the show. He's like, I'm setting up my like my man cave, my coin cave. I think there's a YouTuber called Coin Cave, or maybe it's like Man Coin Cave or something. I don't know. Oh, he was on Jessica's channel on Sunday? Cool. Hopefully he will be back soon here on a normal schedule. It seemed like before he moved, he was like having a bunch of extra shows. I think the more coins and rolls he sold before he moved, I think he was a smart man and sold a bunch of stuff so they didn't have to move it. And it's always, why move it? Or, if you can just move it to the post office once and then not have to move it again. Awesome. It's like flash sale, moving sale. So it looks like just a little die chip on this one, filled B. I've been checking out the cashback monitor and like the swag bucks, and it seems like every day it's just been the 1% swag buck for eBay, and I didn't check like the fine details to see if what you're allowed to get has changed or not. I don't know if I'm just waiting to see like some awesome day on eBay. See, it's but I'm definitely still interested in those. I didn't have enough time really to do anything but to check out the different ones. So it looks like we had another Liberty Air here. Let's see if we have anything else to go with it. No mint mark. Check out Lincoln's Eye here. A little bit of damage to the buy air. You got to look around a little bit. I've been trying to check out more different channels, or you got to check out a little bit more about like swag bucks, and like it seems like the cashback monitor, it does a good job. As far I don't know if there's other ones that are like it, but it seems like a really great idea for a website to like have a place that just collects all the different sales that are going on, so that you can, instead of having to get up and go check this one and this one and this one, to just have everything all in one place. It seemed like an awesome idea. You can buy eBay gift cards with 1% in credit. Nice. That doesn't seem too bad. I'm just trying to think about how currently my because I was gonna say that my eBay MasterCard or my PayPal MasterCard gives me 2% cash back when I purchase. Sorry, I was getting fuzzy. And then I wouldn't be able to check out that. But if I'm buying with my PayPal business card, then I would still be getting the 2% back when I bought it. That might work. I think the only time it wouldn't work to my advantage is well, I guess that's another thing. When you buy a gift card, do you have to pay tax on it online, or depending on where you buy it from? Because I guess my thought is if I buy a gift card and I pay tax on the gift card, and then I buy something with the gift card, I'm paying tax a second time. But if you don't pay tax on the gift card, then I would not be paying tax a second time. Does that make sense? It definitely seems like they shouldn't have things set up in a way that you pay taxes twice. I just know sometimes that's how it works out. Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't charge tax, then it seems like it could work pretty good. Let's see, so we got this one's kind of interesting, a 56D, maybe like a partial color strike, or, let's see, what are these? It has this little nub, is this, it's got a little nub there, it's almost like these are centering the coin. I find this one interesting. Let's grab another coin. Yeah, it's the same width, same size. It might be a tiny bit skinnier. Thank you, Blue Sandy. That could be super helpful. That could be really, really, really helpful. Like, yeah, I think was it a cashback, or I'm sorry, was it swag bucks that you can redeem your swag bucks for a gift card and get a discount on the gift card too? Hey, Metal Detecting with Austin Simpson. Welcome. So, I don't know about this one. I think one of the things I find interesting are these little dots on them. But it's like these ones aren't quite lined up, and I don't know if they'd be considered a cud, or this is just like part of the die setting things up. But no rim on it. So you got a bunch of coal script coins. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look that up. I do not even know what that is, my friend. I don't know what the best thing I can think of with this one is it's like a partial color strike. But then it's like, look, like this part's lower, and then this part's lower. Is that writing on the rim? It's like I almost feel like I see something right there, and then there was one right there. One, like something there, like a line. It's like almost like these things are supposed to like keep a coin in place. Oh, that sounds interesting. So it's kind of like the store's currency, or like a merchant coin kind of thing. Or is it like the coal company, you know, like they paid the workers and coal company money, and then you could buy stuff at the coal company's store, and everything would be like super high, crazy prices, and the money would be worthless anywhere else. So you could get, you know, your like $500 pair of jeans. You work a year and you'll get your new pair of jeans. So what date was this? I don't even think so. It was a 56, 56D. Yeah, those coal companies, my goodness. They knew how to keep people from leaving to get another job. Also kind of looks like there's something in the eye on this coin. Like there's a nice little line underneath the eye there. So this one's pretty interesting looking. Maybe we can just see what the rim of this looks like. Almost looks like this one like goes inwards. I don't know if it's just an illusion here. Is that where those notches are? No. So I'm just trying to figure out what happened to this poor coin. I think whatever happened to this coin was a good thing. I think it's probably more valuable than the coin would have been worth. So in Massachusetts, that's good then. Yeah, I'd want to think that, you know, I mean, it's hard because it's like you're buying an object, but it's like more like gift cards are funny things. They're really funny things because it's like you're buying someone something, but it's not something. So it's kind of cash, but it's like cash that you're determining that someone can only buy something from a certain place. Maybe put this one aside. I feel like we found quite a few coins like that now. It's like taxed upon redemption. Yeah, I don't know metal detecting with Austin Simpson too if every place taxed stuff high, or if it was just to kind of keep the money reciprocated in the company. But either way, you know, whatever business person was setting up that system, it definitely benefited them. You know, it's like, sorry, here, I'm trying to focus the camera. It likes to focus on my chair, not me. If I stand in front of it long enough, it's like, makes me all fuzzy. But yeah, if you create a system where, you know, all the money that you pay your employees, they can only spend in your store, it's like, I don't know, it's pretty much like the money never leaves your pocket. It just goes around in a circle. And I guess the people get to use your items, but they're the ones that created it, and it's basically, they're just using their energy. Alright, so this one definitely has a lamination error on it. We can see that. Let's take a look at Lincoln's Pretty Eye here. And we can zoom back out. So so the next video, or you're going to do auction, are you going to make a video of the coins, or are you doing like a live auction with the coins? This one also looks like it has a lamination peel on it. A nice little bend to the metal there. I wish all, I mean, I don't even know what the cap said. Yeah, this one had an E for a cap. I wish all the ones that said E on the tops were like lamination air, like buy air, lamination air, buy air. I don't know what that is there. Looks like an air. It's like I wonder like some of these, if like I sent them to PCGS, would just like to have hold word. If they would, you know, it seems like you have to specify, like maybe if I sent it to like Annex or something, you know, that one, it looks like a partial collar strike with it flattened, maybe they would attribute what the error was on it. Like if you didn't know, it just seems like those kind of companies seem like the place where it's like you have a question about a coin, like you get it sent in. And they tell you. I mean, if I worked one of those jobs, I'd love to see freaky looking coins come in. That would be like the part of my day, like giving grades like a numerical grade. That would be kind of like tedious. But the ones that you're like, I don't know what that is. Have you ever seen anything like this? Those are the ones that would be really cool to me and would keep me coming in every day. Mass feels like cash. Alright, so this one has a filled B, or I'm sorry, a filled 5. So I think that's probably why this one got in here. We can take a look at the rest of the coin. If you make a video of these coal coin scripts, I'd like to check them out. Coal script coins. I'm trying to see, I'm guessing that that is just a little something that got smashed on the coin. Might be a little die chip. I don't think, it looks like it's flatter. I think that it got marked there. Alright, we shall keep on moving on. We have a 1916. Ooh. Right, so it's probably a scratch going up through there and then the mint mark. Why does it look like there's kind of, is that like a little lamination error? Is it just another scratch? I don't know, is there, I'm curious if there is a 1916 D over S. Because yes, I see damage on the D, and maybe that's just the bottom serif on the D, but there also looks like there's something sticking out, like about the midsection, and then there also looks like there's something to the north. But maybe it almost looks like there's kind of some lamination stuff going on. Here, we haven't even seen what this coin looks like. Let's see what this coin looks like. Some nice hair on Lincoln. So is that a lamination, I guess, is one question. Has this been cleaned? I don't know, it's, maybe it's just a lighter strike, but it's like, if you like see the wheat ear here, it is pretty faint, like, but it almost seems like there's full lines if you look at it on like an angle. It's an interesting one to me, like, let's check out what kind of looked like lamination again. Kind of looks more like a scratch to me. It does zigzag a little bit, but it's not real. Well, that one right there looks like it kind of like goes like in a circle. So there looks like there's like two kind of gouges right there. And then maybe a third right on the mint mark. I'm not sure what's going on with that one. Other than those gouges, it's a pretty attractive looking 1916D or S. Maybe I can see if, I don't know what your guys' thoughts of the mint mark on there. I just felt like I was seeing a couple little parts on it that kind of reminded me of an S. Alright, what do we have next? Another Liberty Air. You would think that you found these every other coin. Not the way I remember it, but it's definitely the way that, you know, it's like when I'm going through rolls with tons of these, it's like it makes me feel like, oh, another one. They're common, but it's like I don't remember finding, you know, occasionally I would buy like a collection and I would feel like I would find like 5 or 10 in the collection, but it was, I'd feel like somebody was, you know, saving them, and then, you know, they didn't check the coins up close to see what they were selling. So I'm happy to flip another one of those. That was definitely one way I felt like if I bought like a 5,000 count bag of unsearched wheat cents, and not only was it all 40s and 50s, but I didn't find like one variety or one air in the entire bag of 5,000 count, it definitely made me feel like they were not unsearched, like for sure. Let me label that one. Looks like we have another, what appears to be an error. A little bit of damage up there as well. 45S, kind of a worn looking coin. Let's see if it's damage or an error. I mean, it doesn't look like a cud to me. That part right there looks kind of interesting. That kind of looks like a part of like a mint mark or something. Whoa, whatever that thing is there. Alright, something gross got in there. I mean, look at that. It's like, what breeds on coins? I swear these like look like little, you know, it looks all oily and all nasty, but then there's like all these like little green globes. It's like, are those just like, is that like crystallized copper? Is that like whatever that greasy stuff is, like it absorbs a little bit of copper and turns green? It's pretty gross. Where'd the tea go? Is this just like grease? Or the tea get wiped out? Oh, I didn't even see that. And so there's like kind of a lamination error going through the T and trust. Yeah, there's some weird stuff with this coin. It's like just all these other little marks and impressions all around the coin. That doesn't seem like, they just come out of nowhere. Maybe this coin, maybe this like die was like pretty much done. It's like this one's like the kind that I feel like I'm just gonna find something totally random that shouldn't be there. There's like, you know, it's like Lincoln wearing a sneaker, but then it's like, wait, Lincoln doesn't have feet. What's going on? A710 is oil upside down. Let's see, this one. It's just another weird coin. It's like, I don't know, it's like this kind of just looks like grease up at the top. With like the T missing. But another weird one. So I don't know, the best I can call it maybe is like a lamination. Like there was lamination up at the top, but then that part at the bottom, I don't know if that was a lamination peel, if it was just the coin was like that. Whatever that stuff inside it was like thoroughly gross. Alright, so next we got a filled B, so nothing there. Take a look at the reverse. I think we might have a normal looking coin. Hey Edwin Vasquez, welcome. I was just talking about you earlier. I was checking out your video, I believe it was yesterday, and then after watching your video, it sent me over to E Pluribus Unum's, just, you know, as recommended next, and I ended up watching his channel for a little bit. But thank you for the beautiful, awesome coins. Actually, that was one question I had, Edwin, and I hope you're welcome to the channel 710, by the way. I know I said hello, but hope you're doing good, and hope you're doing good, Edwin. Hello, guys. But yeah, I was going to ask you, Edwin, those coins in your video, the ones that have, I think they were like, it's like Tuvalo or Tuvali, maybe it's like a Canadian mint. I've never really seen them in person. But when it's like a silver round like that, and like say the queen is all kind of golden, is that just like a copper, or did they put like a thin gold plate on that? Just curious. I think you were saying with the Black Panther one that it's like ruthenium. But I'm just curious because I'm not really as experienced with all those, but some really nice coins. Alright, so, oh, it's another one of these. We just had one of these, but we didn't figure out what it was. Y'all will see what I'm talking about in just a second. It is like a thin layer of gold on them. So this one's not quite as cool as the other one, I don't think. We haven't seen all, so these, like what this one looks like is a partial collar strike. The other one was like kind of different. It was like much more, it was like a partial collar strike and then something. But interesting coin. Like I know we just looked at the other one. You know, it's like this one. I guess the other one, like for those of you guys who didn't see the other one, I think I put it right over here. But this one, like, the rim is like, you know, way, It's just like way, way more smooth. And then it has these notches, and then almost what looks like little, you know, ones every little once in a while. I think the back looked kind of cool too. But yeah, like, it seems like I was finding quite a few partial color strikes in this roll, and we've had pretty much every other coin has either been a lamination error or a Liberty error. Well, that's how you know when you have a fine collectible, when you cannot find one on the market, because not only are they rare, but nobody wants to sell one. That is definitely a good sign. What are like the mintages on like one on the is it two? Sorry, I don't have it in front of me. Is it Tuvalu? It's probably like a famous thing that everybody else knows. You got to pay a good premium for them now. Like what's the mintages on like a coin like those? I'm guessing that they're more of like a limited edition run. Alright, so yeah, we have a Liberty Air up here next. See if we can find something else on this coin. Not this one, not today. I guess we still have some coin to check out. We can check out his eye, we can check out the mint mark. Little chip below the 5. And check out the Liberty. Couple layers of eye. Almost looks like a little space alien head with like 2 little eyes there. It's an alien by air. Now I'm making stuff up for you guys. Low mintage. So in my head, like a low mintage would be like 1,000. Would it be like 10,000 or like 1,000 to 10,000? What does this roll have for us next? A filled B. See, when I have a filled B, that's generally not a good thing, because that means that I thought that a filled B was something back when I was filling these rolls. I feel like we had a couple episodes where it was like a filled B, a skull crack, a filled B, a skull crack. Yeah, I've put like all the buy and all the lamination errors, the ones that I thought were partial color strikes. I'm putting them in the flips. You know, not all of them necessarily need to be protected. I'm just putting them in there so that I don't have to like go through them all under a microscope again, so that I can, you know, kind of organize the collection here. Just know what I have. Does this have a split? It kind of looks a little suspicious. Maybe it is just a little damaged. Like the top doesn't look like anything. What is this, a 57D? Around 10,000? See if we can get some kind of focus on it. Not sure. feel like anytime my mind says not sure, I'm just going to put it to the side and we can go through things again. Hey PK Carve, welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a good night. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Edwin. I've definitely enjoyed this camera for a long time. I'm gonna try to get a better one for you guys. There was somebody that was selling ones that are about 3 times better than this for a pretty good price, but they never answer the messages, so I don't know if it's just get you interested in it, and then when you can't get it at that price you consider buying it at the higher price. But I haven't had any luck. Like there were a couple people, like this one here cost me about 120, I think, about 10 years ago. It's a Dino Light Cam, but I believe, like I want to say, like this is a 0.5 megapixel. So obviously there, camera technology has evolved way past that, and I'd love to get a higher quality one. And so hopefully very soon. And so I think the plan was have another camera up above me here where we zoom in, and then have the main one here. And I don't know if I would switch the two, like if this one would be the better one that we look at now, or if I would have the better one for the mint mark, or eventually just get 2 of them. Yeah, I'd like to get one that like somehow makes it so that like it's like every time I look at a coin says yes or no. I'd like to get a computerized digital microscope that tells me what the error is, and or like says like send it to the bank, or send this into PCGS. It's like a partial Liberty error, just partially filled there. Take a look at the mint mark here. But this one's definitely, I enjoyed having a loop. I don't even know where my loop is these days for the most part. Like, most of these I just found, most of the stuff we're looking at tonight, I just found with my naked eye. And so the whole point of putting them away in the roll was later I'd go through and look at the loop. And so most of these I've never seen up close before. This was just, like, I couldn't necessarily tell what everything was, but anytime there was a subtle difference in the coin, I could see it. And so then to actually, I feel like I needed the loop to actually be like, okay, that is this or this is that, but I still don't know what all the this is and that's are, so I'm still learning. So whenever you guys do see things and want to point it out, feel free, because I'm still learning. Yeah, I have heard that they sell a lot on eBay, PK Carve. You're very welcome. I look forward to your next video, Edwin. I like your presentation. I like the way that you show your coins. I'd definitely watch more. Yeah, I've seen a lot of 2020 boxes. I think I saw a video of people saying people are paying ridiculous boxes for them, and I'm sure they are. Some of the boxes, like I think, are going for like, people are posting them for crazy prices, but some people like to get a box of every date and every mint, and I feel like getting stuff this year hasn't necessarily been easy for everyone. Don't be the cheapest on eBay. Like, and just because you get, like, some people get bummed when they get a box that isn't circulated when it's all new. But it's only a $25 investment. Put it up on eBay. Don't be the cheapest. Be like the 5th cheapest. Enough so that you make like a little bit of profit after shipping it and stuff. Stick it in a flat rate box. Like it'll be like 14 bucks. Put it for like at least $20 over. Put it for like 60. I don't know. That's what I would do. And if someone wants it, they can buy it. There's enough room in the box that if they want to get something else, they can throw it in there for free shipping. But eventually I want to have a box of every single, whoa. So wait, I do? Wait, is this my devil horned one? And I just thought I'd found my devil horned? Interesting. This is fascinating. So I thought I had found my, one of the reasons I started this was because I had two lamination errors. One was like a Pinocchio nosed lamination error where there was this like long lamination error that came out of Lincoln's nose. And one was one that had two kind of like horns on it that kind of made Lincoln look like the devil. And I love them. And so one of the things that going through all these pennies was I lost them. I moved so many times I couldn't find them. And they were just two coins that I really appreciated. And so I thought I had found the one with horns. And like, it didn't quite look as good as I remembered it. But I was like, I'd felt confident that I found it. I was just like, oh, my memory exaggerates everything. You know, my stories get better the longer I tell them. But I think that this is the one, you know, the Pinocchio one did look right. But yes, I found, now I have two Lincoln Devil coins. We'll call it a Devil coin. We'll see what else we can find on this Devil coin. But yeah, I'm pretty excited now. Just, you know, it's like I know that it's just, I mean, maybe this one's not even a lamination error. Maybe it's like a die crack. We'll see. We'll take a little bit closer look at it. Okay, well, I'm happy here because I was like, let's find something really cool, and we have been finding really cool stuff. But like out of, you know, like out of all the coins that I'd put away, there were like two that I was like, okay, if I was to sell my collection of all my heirs and stuff, I'd want to keep these two. Just out of everything, they were what I wanted to keep. And so now I guess I have three. Let's just see what it looks like up close. So it's like some thick metal too. I mean, it almost looks like it poured over it. Seems like there's like a little bit of damage to it, or at least it's been worn. Almost looks like something that runs under it. Is that like Lincoln's head has like, that's his eye. Let's check his eye while we're at it. Almost looks like there's something under the eye there. It's pretty shallow if it is, but almost looks kind of like a doubled eyelid. Take a look. So what, a 52? I wonder what the other one is that I have. I had been keeping it like right over here. Excuse me. I had been keeping it right over here, so like every like 10 shows or something I would like talk about them and I'd put them out, but they were in flips, and so like, you know, at least I only have to look through like a few thousand flipped coins to find the one that is, because it's, you know, it's labeled now on the flip. So I won't lose this one or that one, but so now I have two. So that one was in a flip and this one's flipped now. And I will say horns. And I feel like the best thing I could think of is a lamb, but it kind of looks different than a lamb there. It's a die crack. It's on Worth Point. Cool. Is it they're worth really nothing? or are you talking about the 2020 pennies? I think you're still talking about the pennies. Okay. Alright, so you're saying that it's a major error die crack. It's on Worth Point. I'm just curious. I don't think I've ever checked worth point. Major die crack. 1952 major. Oh yeah. And so it won't let me it won't let me see what they sold for, huh? It'll probably say like no known. Some people are roll hunters. Some people like to have every date. Sorry everybody. You guys are staring at a blank screen with me going. Maybe it makes you guys laugh. I don't have a membership either, friend. Here, I'll keep this in a fun pile so that we can look at it again here in the future. And now I need to like pull out the other one. I have to imagine the other one is basically the same. But what's weird is I don't remember finding two of them. But the other was flipped. I know it was flipped. Because I definitely looked at it a bunch here on the show. And it's not, I mean, like if I went through like 5,000 wheat pennies, or I'm sorry, I've gone through more than 5,000. If I went through like 5,000 bags of 5,000 count, I've looked at millions of wheat pennies, and I would have told you I only found one. But there we go. I have two of them. You clicked on the picture and it changed? What did it change into? Wow, this looks like a really weak thing, and then it has whatever Jessica was saying, like a retained die image or something like that. It's like not a struck through, but it's like you can see kind of like what to me looks like the shape of like Lincoln coming through the other side. But so we've got a Liberty Air here. It looks like the I has jumped in between. It's played leapfrog over the B. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Edwin Vasquez. Hope to see you again. Let me know whenever you got more videos. I'd be happy to come check them out. But I wish you a very, very good night. Hope to see you in the future. Zoom in here. So the 4 here looks pretty flat. And then we can check out Lincoln's Eye. And we'll check out the Liberty Air over here. And we'll see if we can figure out why there is no I. So, I mean, I think there is no I because it was a super weak strike. It's just funny to see no I and then the buy. I don't know if that makes it like a super buy error. If there is like the I between the B and the E, or if it just makes it like a spelling error and somebody put the I after the B, I before B, except for after C, something. Thank you, you too, Edwin. Alright, so at the very least that's a buy, and then no I buy. How can it be a no I buy if there's an I in between the B and the E? So next up, 54S. Something going on in there. Where's Lincoln? Alright, Lincoln's not looking so great here. Maybe this is a weak strike too. Looks like we have another, is that catch up? We have a bloody buy air. Maybe it's catch up. I don't know what it is. We seem to have gotten some gross stuff. But I can see the buy air in between there. Let's see what this coin looks like. So this coin is circulated. It's like what does one clean a coin like this by the time it's at this quality, but it's got like this condiment smeared all over it? It's like we'd be able to see that buyer a whole lot better there. This does PK Carve, does the accented hair, the 1964 Kennedy there, does it always have no serif? Is that part of the part of the accented hair too? Change really is so nasty. I feel like in the beginning of the show, you know, I'd flipped some of these coins, and that's how the show started, like looking through like hundreds of red boxes of flips. And gosh, that was a long time ago now. Episode 109. Yeah, so we looked through a ton of those, but it's like at least at the end of the episodes, like my fingers wouldn't be like all covered in grime. Like I remember when I used to like look through 5,000 pennies, like my fingers were like gross. Hold on, I'm digging for staples. I think I finally went through all my loose ones. Treasure. I'm just curious. I guess I lied, I do have some gold. Look how much gold that is. And it's like not very much. It's like what? You have a bottle of water. I have to hold it under the microscope for you guys to see anything. I think this is all pyrite. Can I even see on this one? Not through this bottle. If I do this. Something green in there. I don't want to drop it. Sorry, I was like looking for staples and there was like all these like little bottles. Let me shake that. It almost like there's definitely pyrite in there. However, I believe there's also some crystallized gold in there. Yeah, like the stuff that is kind of darker colored, that's definitely pyrite, but all those like little chunkers, and then there looks like there's maybe like a chunk of lead, like a little ball of lead there. There's a little crystal in there too. And so yeah, like that's, you know, it's like not much. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know. Are these the same ones? Yeah, that's the 44. Okay, sorry, here, I'll find some staples in here. Oh, interesting, I have two of these too. Well, let me just get this in a flip. It's like these. I don't know if you guys have ever gotten one of. They actually show up, but they're one to pop out. But I can't even remember. It probably says it like right on them. Miller's Mint. I feel like whenever I'd buy a bunch of coins off of them on eBay, I'd get one of those. Here, I'm gonna find some staples. Gosh, there's like some, for this just being my like random drawer full of like flips, there's some treasure in there. But I found staples and just opened a new box because apparently I finally like went through all the loose ones that were covering everything. So sorry if I lied, guys, and said I had no gold. I forgot about the little stuff. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I would have passed a lie detector test unless like my subconscious remembered that there was, and I don't know, maybe I have like the thinnest, smallest gold band wedding ring somewhere if I didn't just give it to someone random, because definitely don't need that anymore. What we're looking at, a buy air. That's what this all started as. A buy air with ketchup on it. Alright, next up. It's like a 1951 D with looks like the D was filled there. We'll take a look at the front and the back. I haven't even thought of that. Like I used to do like a lot of rock hounding, and like I have like thousands and thousands of rocks. I should really take my rocks out of boxes. I don't intend on moving anytime soon here. But it's just I feel like I never unpacked a bunch of them. But I have a lot of really cool small ones. I have a lot of them with like matrices where there's just all these different kinds of crystals and like minerals and stuff all together. And I feel like they'd look really cool under the microscope. Like, I know I've like taken some adventures and just like looked at tons of stuff under a microscope before, but you know, looking at that gold with like the little bit of crystallized pyrite and the quartz crystals and stuff, I think it would be really neat. Let's say this was a pretty awesome roll. I mean, honestly, we still have like a bit of this roll here to go. This has probably like been like the longest to look at roll I've done here yet. All right, let's zoom back out. I don't think we are finding anything on this one. Some damage. We found a damaged coin. I think it was like kind of like the clogged date there that we were seeing. Looks like possibly some machine damage on the date. What should we find next? It looks like that it looks like some die deterioration maybe rather than machine damage. I'll stay zoomed in here for a second, check this one out. I think what we still need to find in this roll, we still need to find an RPM. We have not seen an RPM yet. Not that it's a requirement, but I like to find them. They feel fun to me. Looks like this one is ever so off-center. Not enough to be worth anything, but you can see like how the rim is big over here and it's almost gone on this side. I feel like from what I've heard, collectors like them to be like really, really off. It's funny just because I never find ones that are really off, and maybe that's the point. Maybe ones that are really, really off are super rare. We'll take a look at that reverse there. Not sure if I remember checking out the front here, so we will look at the front here before I forget. Not seeing anything on the mint mark. See if we can go a little higher to the eye. Not seeing anything on the eye. Let's check out this bottom part. Almost kind of looks like a die chip, or, you know, I don't think it's a cud. It was kind of interesting. Kind of hard to focus on. I think it's because it's so bright. Anybody have any thoughts? So it's like I feel like the rim is round. It doesn't really get distracted from it. I guess I just can't tell if it is like a chip that landed on the rim or if it's a cud. It's just interesting that it doesn't go all the way to, like if it was a cud, I feel like I would expect it to be flush. But a little bit different. I'll give it a flip. You think it looks like a cud? Part of me definitely thinks it looks like a cud, and then part of me thinks that like it's just a really flattened die chip. Can a cud be off center? I guess is. I feel like I'm used to the cud being flush with the rim. You know, like one side of it is all over the place. I guess I'll write cud chip. I don't know, cud slash chip. I feel like there is a chance that it is a cud. Wow, it's like out of this roll, this is how many have just been like, let's throw it back in the roll. And we still got some more here. Come on, awesome coin. Alright, looks like a lamination error. It's like part of me wants to like buy a 5,000 count bag of wheat pennies just to see, you know, try to find like the like coolest looking bag and just to see what is in pennies these days, like. And also because I miss it. You very well may be right, Blue Sandy. Maybe I should like take a look at a bunch of different CUDs. Because I feel like on this show, out of all the error pennies that I've gone through, I think we've only seen like 2 or 3 CUDs, which I remembered finding tons of them. But like under the microscope, I feel like whenever I see what I thought was like a little CUD, like, oh, it's rim damage. Um, and so that's been really interesting to me anyway, is like seeing the difference between them. Yeah, maybe I should just like look for, instead of just trying to find a 5,000 count bag, just wait till a really nice collection kind of comes by. Just bet on some like, collections with some better looking dates or better looking stuff, and then look through. But no, it's like I used to try to buy like quantity, and I feel like if instead of just buying, like 5,000 or 10,000, or, buying a certain roll and then searching it. I don't know, I guess there's a ton of things I'd like to do. I guess part of me is curious just to see how many lamination errors you can find these days, or how many buy errors you can find these days. Like if they're still really out there, or if people have just eaten them up. It's like I feel like the only way I could find out is by going through a bunch of stuff. Probably my guess is if I bought a box of unsearched wheat cents, it would probably mainly be 40s and 50s, and everything would be kind of like gross. I don't have any rolls. I don't know, my one bank that I have, like pretty much most of the banks closed down around here. The one bank I believe is not even open to the public. You can like deposit stuff in the ATM. I think you might be able to make like appointments to visit the bank. It's kind of scary. But yeah, I believe probably if I was to try to get rolls, just, local rolls of pennies and stuff, I would have to like, go to a gas station or something, go to a grocery store. And I feel like, grocery stores and stuff used to give me stuff sometimes. But I would also usually have to like wait for like a half an hour or something. You think they're still out there? Not the, and I don't think they can like send, I don't think they can send a box of pennies through the drive-through. um, I don't know. I think this one here was, what was it, a 1917, and I think it had a lamination error going through. Some of it really looked good. Um, yeah, I mean, it's part of it is like I have to drive about 25 minutes or so to go to the bank. The bank that I have now does not have a drive-through, and I don't believe they're open to the public. The other ones, I had to have accounts set to get stuff. Um, but some point in the future, if I start doing it again, I think I was like trying to do the math, and I think honestly having everything delivered to me and having me be the central point, even though if I could like, if Brinks would deliver stuff to me or to a location, I think that it would actually ultimately like save me time and money. Oh, nice. I mean, they might, because I don't know. Before there wasn't this whole chain shortage and stuff, and they didn't like doing it to begin with. Like, I had to like basically make friends with all the tellers, and they just kind of fed my fascination with coins. At one point I had like 8 banks, but it was just, it wasn't, it was like work having 8 banks. And I didn't like having my money, in one way having your money spread all over the place is good. But at the same time, like some of the banks were kind of shady, and I was happy to withdraw my money from them. Like the one I had like a safety deposit box in, and I put my best coins in there or my best rolls in there, and they totally like they drilled my box and like had all my stuff in a back room outside the box. And so when I went in to empty my box, they were like, "Oh, we drilled that 2 months ago. It's gone. We sent it off to auction." And I was like, "Huh?" Long story. Yeah, I want to say it's like you have to have an account, and then I want to say it's like $5 per box. Um, and the thing is, $5 per box sounds expensive. And yes, it is if you're talking about $25 of pennies. But it's like, I think like 30 to, at least when I was doing it, 30 to 40% of it was copper. And so the copper's worth double the face value. And so there was enough copper in it that I think that, if you were to be selling, if you had someone you could sell the copper to, you could make the money back. But this scenario would only work that way is if you had because I can separate 180,000 pennies an hour with the machine I have. So this one was a Liberty. Did we look at the reverse? How much did it say Brinks charged? Because honestly, probably like everyone else around here has a monopoly. Should take a look at this one. I believe this is just damage. This one was a buyer, so it's going in a flip. Has that been like struck a second time? It almost looks like this one was struck a second time. I can't tell if that's just, some really awesome rim damage there. Like it got caught in the machine on the way out. I mean, what's funny is like some of the businesses around here, they have to pay to have their change taken. Like, when they roll everything up at the end of the night, I think it costs them money for Brinks to take it away. Like, I think Brinks charges both ways. Like, you pay them for the change, and then you also pay for them to take it away. So I think that there might be a thing where if I was to like go and advertise like, "Hey, I will buy all your change," like, then maybe I could figure out a thing. It might be cool. Maybe Brinks just charges you a monthly fee. I know it's been a long time since I did it, but maybe they just charge you a monthly fee and that's it. It would be curious to look into it again. I think when I was looking at it the first time, I was like kind of serious, but it was just, I think I had done, some mathematical formulas of how many boxes would I need to do to actually, because when you do a couple boxes, you make profit. But the thing is, you have to already be headed to the bank. You already have to have a reason to be out there buying. If I'm just driving around going to banks and trying to get boxes, it's not worth my time. Like, I did the math, and it's like basically it's like I'm working for pennies an hour, and many many hours, and it just doesn't make sense. But if I was to have like 100 boxes, it's like basically I would have to be like, I think when I did the formula, I was like, have to be working like 20 hours a day, just, going through boxes, pouring the boxes into the machine, and then sorting them out, just to be making like $1,000 a week, which isn't that bad. But it would basically be, to make $1,000 a week, I would have to like go through pennies 20 hours a day, which kind of sounds fun, but I also have other things in the day I have to do. But I think it was like that much that I would have to do to have it be worth going to all the banks. But the problem with it is I wasn't going to be able to get that many from the banks. Like, the banks had like maximums they could do. So that was the problem. So I will give heads up here. We've got about 5 or 6 more coins here, and I'm gonna do a shorter bonus stream tonight, just under 2 hours here. Just because this week it's like really like I have a couple extra jobs this week, and I'm hoping that by next week I will have things back under control and normal here, and we can just do bonus streams, and we can burn the candle on both ends. And have fun looking at coins and talking about coins and talking about business and talking about YouTube and eBay and couponing and whatever else comes across our minds. I love it all. So we'll zoom in here on the mint mark. Maybe we can find an RPM. $10 per mile. Interesting. And would that be from the Brinks' main headquarters, or $10 from, their next scheduled drop off? Because I know that they drop off, they have like 5-6 businesses within, eyesight of mine. I have a couple cell phones, yes. I definitely, before I got a YouTube channel, I got a burner, because I learned the hard way with my last streaming. People like to pack a little gold nugget right in the B there. It makes the penny worth a penny. I don't know about this one. It's like I feel like there is damage on it. Let's see if we can get it on an angle. I think it's just damage. Yeah, I'll have to look into it again. I mean, it's like I'm not ready to do that. I think I'll be ready to like get Brinks delivering here when I get an indoor swimming pool. When I have an indoor swimming pool, I want to start filling. Oh, you can't read the date. Hilarious. I'm like, there's no way we're gonna read the date on this coin. And I'm like, oh, that kind of looks like an 8, but is that even where the coin is? But we have a 1, a 9, a 1, an 8. Yeah, when I get an indoor swimming pool, I want to start having Brinks deliver here, and all the copper, anything that like my Rydale shoots out, it's all going into an indoor swimming pool. And then, that's just where all the coins, my vault is just going to be an indoor swimming pool. I don't know, it just sounds fun to me. Something I've always wanted. I can make YouTube videos of me just sitting in the vault. You can get like a little pool float and just lay there. You can play a couple video games on Swagbox. You play a few levels and they give you $20 to $49. Like 20 to 49 Swagbox? Or like $20 to $49. And how long do you have to play these games before you get $20 to $49? I'm pretty good at playing video games. Do the games are they addictive? Do they make you want to play more once you've gotten money and then you have to pay to play? How does it work? Do they like advertise to you in the games? No. I want like a beautiful tiled pool. A little blue one, yes. A little blue one would be, maybe that's what my beginner pool would be. But no, I want it like into, I mean, I guess I could just get a little blue one. I think that blue one would break. Like that would be, I think my floor would break. I think before I do the indoor swimming pool, reinforce the floor. But I guess if I'm putting a pool in the house, I'm gonna need to, if I'm putting a pool in the house, I'm gonna need to do a little bit of remodeling as is. Nice, that sounds good. Alright, so that one was a buy error as well. Grab another one here. It definitely would be a good use of one of those little blue pools. I mean, I think like even a little blue pool would be impressive. But it's like, I feel like if I was doing what I was doing, I'd probably have to buy multiple Rydales. I bet my Rydale would like break. I could like buy all of the pennies up in the area that I live in, and then there'd be like coin shortage. Like, local authorities don't know where all the pennies have gone. Some say a mysterious time traveler has come and collected them from every single place of business. When asked why he needed the pennies, he said, "I need them to swim in. I'm creating an indoor swimming pool, and I want to fill it with copper coins." Authorities are perplexed. What is this madman traveling through time and space in copper doing? We may never know. Alright, Blue Sandy, you have me curious. I'm going to check Swagbucks and check out what these video games that I can play and make $20 to $49. And hopefully, if I'm lucky, they will pay me in pennies. I wonder what that is. I feel like, was the first coin we saw, was it like, it's like, ew, what's that? Is that copper, or is that like something gross? It's like, we started with something gross and we're gonna end with something gross. Yeah, that looks sticky. It's like, yeah, don't look. Alright, so let's check out the mint mark here. I think it's machine damage. I don't know. I feel like a couple back we saw King of Avalon. That sounds fun.
Mhm.
You have to get to level 18, huh? That's a challenge. Do you only get one go at the game? Is it like, try to get to level, or like can you keep on trying? And is it one of those games where it's like literally rigged, where like you can't get to level 49, but you keep trying, you keep trying, you keep trying? I've played some games online where it was like, I don't know if it was on purpose. Like, I remember there was like one website, I can't remember what it was called. It was like you can like play game, it was like Gamesville or something, and it was like tons of games. You could play games, earn points, win prizes, enter sweepstakes. And I don't, and there were games on it where it was like real time games where you could play, but it was like, I don't know if it was the browser, my internet, what, but it's like you could compete against other people. But I played thousands of times and I never won anything. And I was like, is this all just rigged, or can my system not handle this? Now that I have a much better system and much better internet, I'm almost wondering if those sites still exist. Okay, so it's actually something that people get. It's just you have to like slowly get better and grind your way there. Okay, interesting. It might. It sounds like a fun way to make $49. At the same time, I'm like pretty much officially like rehabilitated from my gaming addictions. Now I just have like a YouTube making video addiction, and my eBay addiction and my coin addiction. Still got a few addictions, but like the video game one seemed like I didn't do any of my other addictions, which is great because it took care of 5 addictions. But then at the same time, it wasn't generating much money. But if I made $49, maybe that would change it all. So interesting. I will check that out, Blue Sandy, because I didn't check out any of the swag bucks things. I was told that there were videos you could watch, that there were surveys you could take, that there were all these different things you could do to get money, but I hadn't checked them out. I enjoy war game strategies. Like there's like a Civilization 6 being thrown in my face. It's like 5 years old, but it looks really fun. I played Civilization 1 when I was a kid, so I keep seeing Civilization 6 like every day, and it just looks like fun. It makes me want to play the game, and I haven't played a game in a long time. Um, but I think I'm gonna try to get some rest here so I can come back for the regularly scheduled stream tomorrow night, and I hope to see you there. And thanks for being here tonight, Blue Sandy, and thanks for recommending this game. And a way to make $49 playing a game sounds awesome. Um, let's see. Thanks for being here. 710 is Oil Upside Down. Look forward to seeing you again. Thanks for being here tonight, Metal Detecting with Austin Simpson. I will check out, or I guess you said you were making an auction, or you were having an auction of the coal script coins, but I'd like to see those, so maybe I can check out your auction if you're doing that live. Thanks for being here, PK Carve. Hope to see you again in the future. And thank you, Bigfoot Silver Hide and Seeker, for being here. Wish you a good night. Thanks for stopping by, Edwin Vasquez. Look forward to seeing some more videos from you. And is Accredited Coins here tonight? Did I totally... Thank you, Accredited Coins, for being here tonight. Yeah, wish you guys all awesome nights. Like, put that down in my sleep. Conveyor belts. So, thank you all. Hold on one second. Thank you, Blue Sunny. That would be super helpful. maybe if you're around tomorrow, I can check that out, and you have my Facebook. And also let me know about the scavenger hunts too in the future. I know I keep asking, and I know you'll tell me when you're ready for me to send them out, but I just don't want to forget on my side. But thank you guys for being here tonight. Wish you guys wonderful nights, and hope to see you all in the future. Thanks so much.